All right, guys. Today we're going to be talking about two different cases here. One out of the ninth, and we're going to be talking about the roll. So one case, one other stuff. But I don't want to do this alone, so this is what I usually do on John Crump Live. If you haven't checked out John Crump Live, check out John Crump Live. I'm also on the Firearms Radio Network. We do have Flying Rich, who's my co-host on John Crump Live every day, and we have one of our regulars, one of the Whack Pack, Howard Stern used to call him. Joe, shooting gallery. Are you shooting gallery Florida now since you moved to Florida? Or are you still?
It's just shooting gallery now.
The shooting gallery.
He doesn't want to box himself into just Florida. He may go nationwide.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go worldwide. That's where I'm going to go.
Worldwide.
Universal shooting gallery universe.
SGU. All right, guys. So you want to talk about this court decision?
Sure.
Oh, I should have got my butterfly knife out.
I am going to paste it in here. This is out of the Ninth Circuit. We had possibly had one of the lawyers coming on today, but just didn't work out. It was too late of a notice.
Butterfly, but I do have an air wrench. That's all I got.
But we will have one of the lawyers on the show that actually did the show. But actually
did the show? You mean did the case?
Did the case, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to share the screen, and I'm going to try to get through this as quick as possible. We are having like tornadoes.
Oh yeah, Dark was telling me.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get through this. See if we can get through
your basement, Crump, can clearly take anything that comes at it.
Yeah, well, I do have a safe room, kind of.
So I was going to say, what is the most secure room in the Crump household? Is it the downstairs gun room, or is it the home theater?
I don't know, but let's go ahead and read this because I'm going to get this done. Stay focused, Rich.
Okay. Argued and submitted February 14, 2023, Honolulu, Hawaii, filed on August 7th, 2023, before Carlos T. Bay, Daniel P. Collins, Kenneth K. Lee, circuit judge's opinion by Judge Bay.
Okay, basically, if you don't know, Honolulu, Hawaii, everywhere, right? In Hawaii, they ban butterfly knives, balasongs, so whatever you want to call them.
Mm-hmm.
Commonly known as butterfly knives, but balasongs is the actual proper term for it. And they banned them. Okay, so the lawyers in the case, which we know some of, including Stimbolier, sued, saying that this ban is blatantly unconstitutional because it violates the Second Amendment. People tie the Second Amendment to guns all the time, but the Second Amendment is much more than just guns. It is knives, it is stun guns,
weapons.
It is weapons, and to defend
F-15s, nuclear bombs.
It's weapons to defend yourselves. And that includes butterfly knives. So Hawaii had a ban on butterfly knives, which is of state law 134.53, Section A. And they also said it violated the 14th Amendment.
Right. So, how is it the 14th Amendment?
What's that?
Why 14th Amendment?
Do you know what the 14th Amendment is?
That is an equal protection. What is that?
It basically it extended the Bill of Rights to
the states. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, is a butterfly knife an Asian type thing? Because a buddy of mine that's Filipino gave me one.
Yeah, they're Filipino actually.
Okay.
So there you go. So basically, they're saying that the butterfly knives are protected by the Second Amendment because there's nothing that banned it in history, and the ban goes against the written text of the Second Amendment, the history of the Second Amendment, and the tradition of the Second Amendment. And there's no analogs to show that these are that the law is constitutional. So
this is based off the Bruin decision that Judge Clarence Thomas wrote.
Correct. Okay, in here, so basically saying that they're disputed. Some say it's France, some say it's Philippines. I think it's Philippines.
Yeah, I've noticed the Philippines. I don't understand why everyone has a big issue with butterfly knives. Like, stability wise, they actually aren't as stable as a regular lock. Back in Massachusetts, the butterfly knives were illegal to carry. You could have them as a to collect them, but I don't understand everyone's being so caught up on butterfly knives.
I can tell you why.
Why?
Because of Hollywood.
That makes sense.
Is that like the Glock 7? Why that needs to be illegal also?
Yeah, it's all the same thing.
Okay, that makes sense.
So this went to a 3-judge panel on the 9th, which is out of California, which are kind of
So the 9th is typically the craziest of the district courts.
I wouldn't say. I don't think they're the craziest anymore. I think that would probably be the 4th.
Oh, well, okay.
But they're up there.
Yeah, that's where liberty goes to die.
Yeah. So most of this is just, whatever.
So there's no text or tradition against butterfly knives or knife restrictions in general.
So the judges in this case decided that if you want to read it, we conclude that. You want to go ahead and read it or no? Or you want me to?
Yeah, I'll read it. We conclude that the section
stuff,
violates the Second Amendment as incorporated against Hawaii through the 14th Amendment. We reverse the remand for the further proceedings consistent with the opinion and reverse and remand it.
So they're remanding it down to issue appropriate relief, which means that the 9th says that the butterfly knife ban is unconstitutional because it violates the Second Amendment and the 14th Amendment. The reason why it violates the 14th Amendment is because the 14th Amendment extended the Bill of Rights to the whole entire Constitution to the states, saying the states cannot violate Constitution. We had a guest on that argued that states' rights, they can ban it. The Second Amendment only applied to the federal government, if you don't recall. And I try to explain to her.
I know specifically who you're talking about.
I try to explain to her that's not the case because the 14th Amendment, and I guess she wasn't too familiar with the 14th Amendment. Great person, just
yeah. We should have Dark on so he can demonstrate the butterfly knife.
Yeah, So right now it's reversed, and we were supposed to have one of our guests was supposed to come on today, but it just didn't work out. So we're gonna have one of the lawyers on the case a little bit later, not today, but
okay,
a little bit later. But one of our friends is directly involved in the case, and that's Steven Stimbolier,
the machine gun lawyer.
The machine gun lawyer. He was involved in it. I talked to him today about it. He was the guy that actually brought it up to me. And there's another lawyer named Beck and another lawyer named Allen, and they're all freaking phenomenal lawyers.
I saw Reno May had a story on this also.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. But yeah, Allen is a good guy as well. His name is Alan Beck. He was the lead attorney in it. So Alan Beck is a lead attorney, and we will have him on next week. Oh, by the way, if you want to win a firearms L9A2, go over to crumpy.com, and there's a way to enter that contest.
And it's back up to $450 on PSA. And
it's back up to $4. So there you go. You can win that gun, and it would be freaking awesome.
I was so close to pulling the trigger on that.
Yeah. So there you go. So this is a good decision for the Second Amendment.
Oh, hell yeah.
Definitely.
And plus, I like it because it reminds people that the Second Amendment is just not about Mark Young. What is up? Haven't seen you in a while. But the Second Amendment is not just about guns. It's about all type of defensive weapons, offensive weapons, whatever. So butterfly knives, and we've seen other victories in the Second Amendment. For example, stun gun, the stun gun ban in Massachusetts that was overturned.
Mm-hmm.
And they said it was in common use, and there's 1,000 stun guns, and that qualified as common use. So what does that tell you about ARs, where there's millions?
Or pistol braces.
Or pistol braces, yeah, exactly. All right, so we wanted to touch on that, but there's other things that we want to touch on as well. Any bearable arm, that is the definition of arms. Any bearable weapon. There you go.
Amen. Thank God they didn't write muskets.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
buckle
So,
guns.
is there anything else you guys want to add to this before we move on?
Well, all right. So here's the thing. My beef has to stem directly with Bruin and how New York State is working with that.
But are we talking about New York State now, or are we talking about butterfly knives?
No, but this is based on Bruin, and so my question is: just like New York State came out with the what do they call it? Act the
Safe Act.
No,
not
the
the Safe
Concealed
Act.
Carry Improvement Act.
The Concealed Carry Improvement Act, which did everything but improve it. It improved it for the gun grabbers. Could Hawaii come out with some ridiculous laws about butterfly knives, saying, well, you have to have a permit, it has to be concealed, you can't this?
Yeah, I don't know.
It just to throw a stick in the spokes of justice is what I'm getting at, just like New York did with the Concealed Carry Improvement Act.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens here, but this is a good win for all of us.
I'm pretty excited about it.
Somebody have a
Great
Spetsnaz. Wow, I would love to have a Spetsnaz projectile knife.
Oh, those knives that you click and it literally just it shoots it out?
Yeah.
Oh, I've always wanted one of those.
Yeah, I wanted one of those since I've used it in Call of Duty.
Same with me.
I want anything Spetsnaz.
All right, so that has happened. Also, my story dropped today.
Which story is that?
The big one.
The big one that dropped last night.
It dropped last night, but it hit the wires today, and that's why I was on Cam and Company earlier. I'm gonna be doing on Hank Strange.
I didn't get my invite. How come I didn't get my invite on it?
I'm going to be on Hank Strange tonight.
Who?
One American News.
Hank who?
I got several other big places that I'll be on this week.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah. So basically what's going on with that is the rule is going to go into effect, and the rule is to shut down the digital loophole and the private sellers loophole. Wow, somebody pulled it up already.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
So I'm guessing for those who don't understand, it means they're trying to get rid of person-to-person transfers or sales, and they're trying to stop places like Arms List and Gun Broker from being able to buy guns.
So what they're saying is if you sell firearms for a profit, which is in a way tough to do because, give it a couple of months and, if we have another COOF come out, we could have the guns become more valuable. But if you sell it for a penny more than you paid for it, and I don't know who knows how you paid for it, because if I buy a gun for $400 from PSA, I have shipping, tax, FFL transfer, which could be, another $50, $75 on top.
No, they're only going to count they're not going to count transfer, shipping, background checks.
But profit means making money,
Yeah, but they're not going to count any of that.
Ask any accountant, but I guess there's ATF accounting. So the next question is, unless they clearly have a chain of custody, like, oh, you bought this specific serial number from this company on this day and you paid $400 for it and you're selling it for $410 today, you are now required to be an FFL. How can they possibly track that without a registry?
I think the whole point is to get to a registry.
Yeah.
Sounds like they've been trying to get to a registry probably for the past 15 years, and this is another creative way of them trying to get to it. Granted, they've been trying to get to a gun registry since I've been alive, but I don't know what's going to make them think that a registry is not going to work. No one wants it. It's unconstitutional. But they just keep going for it. Don't get it.
Indeed, they do. So yeah, they're looking and I don't know how they say online loophole. How is there the quote unquote gun show loophole? I understand what that is. That's a person to person transfer at a gun show, not an FFL to a person, but two individuals. Oh, who's that handsome guy there? So what they're doing? I mean, you can't buy a gun online and have it shipped to your house unless it's a CNR curio and relic. You can, like, if I want a Glock 17 sent to me, I got to go pick it up at an FFL. It has to get shipped to my FFL. I got to do paperwork to pick it up there. But what they're saying is, like, if the guy selling it's making a profit, that's wrong. They have to be an FFL themselves.
Yeah. Yes.
And
so
do they not realize that most people don't want to have to go get a place of business to become a FFL? They don't want to get certain liability insurance to become an FFL. They don't want to pay ITAR, depending on what FFL requires them to have it, just for them to sell something on an online website.
Okay. I think that's the whole entire point.
Yeah. So that's pretty crazy. And why? So the next thing, of course, polymer 80s. Let me grab it. I mean, that weighs up. So are they going to let me build my own firearm, or will that be next? Is that in the crosshairs now?
I think that's been in the crosshairs for a long time. It's just that they haven't been able to do it. One of the things that I find interesting is that they are going to claim that they have this right to do this because Congress delegated them the authority through the Safer Communities Act.
Ooh. So they're kind of Trojan horsing this crap in, is what you're saying.
100%.
But is that at all valid? Not that means anything.
Well, let's see what the courts say, because I'm sure it will get. I'm 100% sure that it will get challenged.
So in the cause of safety, because the Safer Communities Act, the ATF can do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, I don't think the Safer Communities Act, the bipartisan Safer Communities Act is legit, but what can I say? And I think they're trying to stretch it. There was a small change to the definition of a firearm seller from, livelihood to profit. So that's what they're using.
So the other thing, like with the frame and receiver rule, the U.S. Supreme Court stayed it for another 5 days?
Yeah.
And that just came out. Was it Friday night or Saturday?
That came out Friday. Yeah.
So basically, the ATF gets to a few more days to prepare their argument for the Supreme Court.
Yep.
Which is kind of BS. Like, don't you think you'd be ready with that?
You would think that you'd be ready for that, but what they're doing, they're stalling. So we'll see what happens. It's definitely an interesting time. The new rule, I'm expecting it to happen by the end of the year, but everything's in flux, right? So it could be next year. It could be, but I'm sure it'll be by shot. But
by shot show.
December.
Wow.
But it could be by December. There will be a public comment period in the first quarter of next year. Second quarter, late second quarter to early third quarter, they will enter their grace period. They will unveil the final rule and then say that it's going to go into effect. And from what I'm hearing, they want it to go into effect by September 1st of 2024.
Now, James Vickery says the stay expires tomorrow. No, I believe they got another week on that.
Did they?
Was it? What was the announcement Friday? Was it until Tuesday?
It got extended to Thursday. I mean,
Thursday.
Tuesday. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So this is correct. Sorry. All right, James. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So getting back to this, it's going to be an interesting time. We're going to have to hit those comments. I am contacting every single Republican that voted for it and asking them, is this what you wanted? Is this what you intended? And there's a reason why I'm asking that.
Because you're going to write an article.
Yeah, I'm going to write an article, but there's another reason too.
Do you think they were lied to?
Well, there's more to it.
I don't know. I don't think it matters when you vote for bad legislation like the National Defense Authorization Act that had, it was a crap sandwich of gun control in there also. That I think they look at the PR. It's like, ooh, safer communities. Why would you vote against safer communities? Do you want to be the evil Republican that didn't vote for a safer community? Do you hate minorities? When did you stop beating your wife? That kind of thing. And so that's why personally I'm against any of these bills having names. They all should be like HR 123, and it should be illegal to name the bill, because then you can't give it like to Love and Care for Puppies Act. It's like, what do you mean you don't want to love and care for puppies?
Well, I'm going to post on my Twitter. Go to Crumpy SS. What I'm posting is a AR that you can get for under $300.
An AR for under $300?
Yes.
In Twitter?
I will be posting it in a second. Yeah.
Joe, were we talking about that in the pre-show?
I think we were, but
is there some company with some guy Josiah has a 3-letter acronym?
Yeah, speaking of ARs, I kind of just want so
you
bad.
Can't do it?
I can't. I wish we were on Utron. But
don't touch. Don't.
I guess it's something that has to do with that. It's a magazine. I can show it.
Is that a 29 rand mag?
I think it's 29 3/4. So
29 3/4. Well, actually, it's a 10 round magazine if you put 458 SOCOM in it.
That is true. This is a mission first time.
And this is
What is your Twitter handle, Crumpy? Would we find that on the link tree?
Yeah, 270. Wow.
It's twitter.com, Crumpy SS. Why the SS, Crumpy?
I used to own, I used to own a Chevy Super Sport truck.
Oh, I didn't know you were into mini trucks.
I used to be.
Hell yeah.
Not so much anymore, but I used to be.
My first car was a 86 Blazer CK 2-wheel drive.
Yeah, man.
I think I had a 1965 Ford.
All right. Back to what we're doing. So, what do you think the chances of this not being challenged by gun groups is?
The ATF leak that you posted last night. I think you probably have some inside information, and that there's a 3-letter gun rights organization that's probably already got the brief written out.
My Twitter handle is Crumpy SS. Actually, I think there's going to be more than one lawsuit. My Twitter handle is right below my name. I think there's going to be lawsuits by at least 3 of the groups, the major groups. I think GOA, SAF, and FPC will definitely file suit. NRA, I don't know if they'll file suit or not. So out of the big 4, I think 3 of them will. And I think NRA will probably end up filing too, because right now I think they have to.
You mean they'll be shamed into fighting for our rights?
Man, yeah. I'm not gonna badmouth the NRA. You guys want to badmouth?
You'll just write bad articles about them? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not going to write mean articles about the NRA. It's not my thing. I'd rather take on the ATF and stuff like that.
And James Vickery. Look at this guy. Support GOA.
Yeah, and plus my affiliation with GOA, if I came out against the NRA, people will think that I'm doing it just because I'm affiliated with GOA, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's why.
Not that you were hanging out with GOA members this past weekend.
I was hanging out with a lot of GOA members this past weekend.
Is Sebastian Gorka a GOA member?
I believe he is. Yeah, actually, I know he is. Yes. Sebastian Gorka. I had an interesting conversation with him, John Patton, and Jared, and Eric from IV.
Eric, as an Iraq veteran, IV 8888.
Yeah, funny thing about Eric is I texted him like 2 weeks ago and he didn't respond. So I'm sitting there talking to him. I was like, man, I texted you. You didn't respond. He's like, oh, you did? He looked and it's like, oh, okay, hold on. Texted me back. He missed my text, so he just texted me while he was sitting there.
Yeah, he doesn't text me back anymore. I don't know.
I don't even have the dude's number.
You want it?
No, because if he just gets some text from some random dude being like, "Hey," he's gonna be like, "Don't ever give my number out to anybody ever again."
No, I'm
granted.
No, I don't think
I'm trying to get. I'd like to get him on because I'm approaching 200 episodes of the Shooting the List podcast.
Oh, cool!
I'd like to get to
So we didn't introduce Joe. Are we going to stay live on all the channels right now? Or
yeah. Go ahead and introduce Joe.
So Joe, Shooting Gallery New England, has his own channel. Is your YouTube channel Shooting Gallery Florida or Shooting Gallery? What is it?
It's just Shooting Gallery now. I think you got to search it like Shooting Gallery 1 for it to come up.
Okay.
If you search Shooting Gallery New England, my face will still come up. I've rebranded since I moved to Florida. Do a lot of gun builds, gun reviews, shooting those podcasts every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're coming up on 200 episodes, and we're almost at 3,000 subscribers, so I'm pretty psyched.
Wow, you have blowing up, man.
I wouldn't say blowing up, but I'm happy, very happy.
I remember when you only had 500 subscribers.
Yeah, big 500 subscriber giveaway.
Yeah, it sounds so. That was a long ass time ago. Now it's, I don't know. I wouldn't change it for the world. Being able to literally do stuff like this and made some of the best friends I've had in my entire life here. Meaning 2 of you that are on the show.
Well, thank you, Joe. You don't have to lie like that, but the check is in the mail.
No, I'm not. I'm not lying. I'm very open. You guys know, hey, you guys are like family. So. And I'm kind of happy now I'm in Florida. I'm actually closer to everybody. I wish I was at XCal this weekend. It looked pretty fun. But
it's all right. But what we're going to do, we're going to end the live stream on John Crump Live. Right now I'm setting it up so it'll redirect so we can get into other issues. We did touch on the issues that we wanted to touch about. I just didn't have time. I was just so busy today that I didn't have time. So I'm going to add
do we have to pimp a sponsor on John Crump News? Sponsored by Gideon Optics?
Yeah, we are sponsored by Gideon Optics. That is true.
I love how we both grab the Alpha.
I only have Alphas.
Yeah, I want to get the Mediator for my AR build.
I love the Mediator. The Mediator is just incredible. Gideon Optics is GideonOptics.com. It is like an incredible optic.
You might want to lower that pistol just a little bit.
But what? No, that was just a slide. That was just a slide. Okay. No firearms. There are no firearms in my studio. That's a green screen. I can't even touch it.
We actually got Saint Vinro in the chat.
Hey,
okay, guys. So if you wanna keep on watching, just on John Crump News, just wait and. We will you'll be redirected in a second once I end the stream here.
I don't get a code. I don't
Yeah,
get a Gideon Optics
well,
code.
hold the phone. How do I not get a
Yeah.
Gideon Optics?
Is there a code? I have a code.
Yeah.
There's a code Crumpy.
Code Crumpy.
Gideon
There's a
Optics.
code Crumpy. Okay, I didn't know that, so I haven't been giving out that code.
Gideon Optics.
I
I guess
thought
there's
you
a
got the code
website.
now.
I don't know if we're allowed to say what the website is, but
Yeah, it's an optics
like
company. You're allowed to say.
where we can say GideonOptics.com.
Yeah.
See, I knew you could do that. I just said it that way so I could say it twice and get it in more.
Oh, okay. All right. No, but seriously, just stay tuned if you want to go to the next one. I'm going to.
Kurt 24 says there's dust news. Detroit urban survival is in the news.
Oh, I saw that he was talking about how you should never carry your pistol with a loaded chamber, but
I've been doing it wrong.
apparently. And we're going to end here. And see you later, guys, on Junk Up News. Stay tuned if you want to move over. All right. I think we are off Junk Up News. Yes. the numbers just like plummeted.
Wah, wah, wah. Are we even on my channel? What's going on?
You're on your channel.
A month ago, August 24th, 2022.
Hey, what's the Duff news, Kurt?
I'm looking it up. Yeah. So yeah, past week. Oh my! What? Oh, that was a rough image.
Sounds like
So far, I don't have it.
I was going to say you saw something quite alarming on your Google search.
Oh,
or
God.
DuckDuckGo, whatever you saw.
Yeah. I'm not even going to talk about it.
Yeah. Or you're just being like, God damn, that's PSA Daily Deal is out of this world.
No, oh, you mean like all the PSA deals I missed, like the NATO AUG, the NATO
Dude, I get the
Stormtrooper
NATO,
AUG.
the Stormtrooper white one.
Was
You
that
have that?
1,200? How much was that?
That was 1,200. Yes.
Damn. Well, Rich, remember the PSA Dagger one I told you about yesterday? That's no longer on the website.
Which one?
Mhm.
They were selling Dagger complete frames, like
For
complete-
$59?
Yeah, for like.
Yeah, I got a bunch.
You mother. I'm jealous.
Dude, you got to jump on. No, they put that for $59 all the time.
Oh, I thought it was $49.
Oh, it
$49.
was 49, I think.
$49. They put it for $49 all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I need to.
Basically, for $250, you could have a G19.
Yeah, all the time, man. Just watch it. I'm telling you, I've grabbed multiple ones multiple times. They do
next
it
time that
company.
happens, I'm gonna have to, because I've been just, all I do lately is just build aftermarket Glock 19 frames. I got like 7 of them. So
Well,
I know what you're getting for Christmas, Joe.
what?
I'm not telling you.
He didn't tell me.
I already know that, and yeah, I understand what that is, and I know what you're talking about. So
You already
so
know
I'm
what
the
it
only
is.
one
What
that
is
doesn't
it?
know.
it's a rifle bag. Let's just say that.
Okay.
I told her that she can use it to get her own rifle.
Oh.
That's how much of a gentleman I am.
Yeah, this weekend I was hanging out with Joe's girlfriend, which sounds really bad.
Wow. Well,
She was
hold
at- she
on.
was
Let
at
me
the
call
same
your
place
wife.
I was. How about that?
Yeah, you guys were all gallivanting together, and you were like, "Jody needs to come to more events," and I'm,
Yeah. She said that you can get off work. Dick Heller too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gun dude.
You're hanging out with Dick. Like
Man,
Dick was hanging out with you.
gun dude. My friend won a $3,500 rifle, but he wasn't there.
No way.
He had to be present to win, and they called his name, so they went.
And he just left. He just
like
left.
15 minutes
Is
earlier.
this a
he
friend
left.
that we all know?
No,
No.
damn. Okay.
it's my friend Cody.
Oh, I didn't know if it started with
No,
he
he never.
ended with
It's not a
Mark.
YouTube. It's not a YouTube guy.
Yeah,
No one on
I was
YouTube.
like, this is start with-
It's not a social media guy. He works in like a jail as a corrections officer.
Does his name start with D and end with Ark?
No. Dark showed up an hour
after it ended.
Oh no way! Yeah, he's been feeling like death.
And he walked in there. He was like, "Anybody left in there?" I was like, "No, everyone left, dude."
Man.
So
Just in case you're wondering what what me and a group of other people do. We're texting each other dick pictures. That's for the Firearms Radio Network. That's Dick Nixon, Dick Tracy, and then of course we got
what in Lord's name
the deck pics.
Oh dear Lord!
Like full decks.
Texting these two.
I don't want to know what group chat you're in. I don't even want to know.
It's
this
not
is why I
group
hate.
Chat.
Yeah, this is why I don't
chat,
like
but
chat.
it's not ours.
No, it's different chat.
Yeah, our group chat is usually Rich or John posting their affiliate links in there.
Trying to get you to click on.
There was one I actually almost bought. I think it was one like I just moved down here. I think you guys were talking like it was something. It was something like, oh wow, are you serious? And I'm like, I just realized what this is.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting to be in group chats with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like the most quietest one. I rarely ever.
Joe, did you notice the new tag feature under your name?
Florida Man Noob. Yeah, I am a noob. I've come to 3 realizations. I hate Publix other than the a la carte.
No.
Oh, I went food shopping in there and it was nuts.
Well, okay, all right. So you're not into the pub sub scene.
Yeah, I'm not. I like their hot end, like they'll have like popcorn chicken, wedges, stuff like that.
Yeah. They got that food, and some of the Publix they have a salad bar and stuff like that. I had Publix sushi for dinner last night.
Yeah, I'm getting back into fishing down here, so I'm becoming more of an authorian.
Did you catch something this weekend?
Yes, last weekend I did, and
dude,
I'm just hiding from the heat. It's been hot as you know what.
They got a Glock trade-in, a Glock a G23 Gen 4.
Yeah, but it's Forte. It's Forte.
I know, but it's still $329.99. It's not a bad deal.
Okay, that's really not that bad. Like, maybe we know people in our family that actually carries it.
No more breaking news. Just we're going to be talking to Joe doing our regular podcast.
Hell yeah. Well, I appreciate it.
There will be breaking news coming, but not today. Not that I know of.
I know someone in my family that carries a Glock 27, which is the most snappiest Glock on God's green earth.
That's the 357 SIG?
No, it's a 40 cal.
Oh, the 40 cal? Oh.
Yeah. We can only do so much.
Anybody heard from Coop lately? Let us know.
I mean, I've seen him in the chat over the weekend on different podcasts.
I think he's going to be on Wednesday. We're doing a special 8:30 podcast. I don't know if you remember, Rich.
Oh yeah,
for like the fundraiser for the Illinois.
Oh right.
That's at 8:30.
Great.
Let's see. I'm texting Coop now.
John, did you get your big dude holster from North Coast Tactical yet?
Yeah, I've had one for a while.
I absolutely love this thing. Like, it is so comfortable. I'm just looking at my 19 right now, and it needs to be cleaned because there's so much dust on it.
Yeah, I got one for my 43X.
Yeah.
Do people actually clean guns? I mean, is that the joke? Is that a joke and I'm just not in on it?
That's what people do for my job. They literally bring me their guns and I clean them.
Well, if you're going to clean a gun, use Aegis Gun Cleaner.
Yeah, and if, the lubricant.
Aegis Gun Lube.
Or the Joe Juice. If you use code Joe Juice, save 10% off your entire order at aegisguncare.com.
What?
They do sponsor the podcast, so I have to, make that available.
Yeah. But I can't. People actually bring. See that. I mean, I changed my own oil. I do most of my own maintenance on my vehicles, other than, tire changes and alignment type stuff. I can't picture not cleaning your own gun.
Well, I think it's the demographic that we're into, because a lot of new gun owners and, some people might not be comfortable with taking apart their firearms, so they'd rather have a professional do it. So, it's kind of weird when someone wants me to take apart a Glock and it's, it's 38 condensed parts, so I can take it down to the springs. But people will get oh, my granddaddy just died and passed me down a couple 22s, so I clean them up, I go over them, make sure they're safe to fire. But basic field stripping and cleaning. It's
Yeah.
like bread and butter. Like
Yeah,
we have
a field strip and clean. I'm like, really?
Yeah, $35. We have Sarasota Trap and Skeet or Knight's Trail, so sporting clay range right down the street from my shop, and I get a lot of shotgun cleanings. People bring their like Beretta A3 stuff like that.
They are. I've done it.
Hey, you've put a Glock through a dishwasher?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna.
What detergent you use?
What?
What detergent you use?
The green one? I don't know. It's in a green bottle.
Does it say approved for Glocks? Is that only the porcelain Glock 7, or what are we talking about here?
I don't know. I'm looking up the detergent that I've used. Gain. That's what it is.
Isn't that for clothes?
Maybe it's not Gain.
ADXR 920 says his favorite detergent for dishwashing his Glock is Cascade.
I don't even have a dishwasher, so check that out.
That's what it is.
Yeah, you do. It's yourself. Look in the mirror.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's my own damn hands.
It is Cascade. There you go. Yeah, look a bottle of this green. Yeah.
Well, I got to put. I have hard water, so I have to put something, some whatever crap in, so I don't get hard water stains on my Glocks when I put them in the dishwasher.
Yeah, that's why I just use Aegis gun care. I don't have to worry about it.
Wouldn't that be a riot? Like if you sold a microwave-sized gun cleaner?
It's called ultrasonic.
They do have.
Oh yeah, but you made something like Wish.com version of it.
Yeah, I don't want feds showing up in my house. So
I didn't say a Glock switch. I said a Glock cleaner.
Listen. Once you type the word Glock in search for Wish, you're not that far off. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Hold on.
We've done this many times on a podcast.
Wait. Does Temu have it?
What is that? The budget.
Well, they try to sponsor the podcast. My main channel.
Wait, Temu really tried sponsoring? Didn't they I heard they just had like a data breach.
I don't know. It doesn't matter because I turned them down.
And you didn't.
Wow, they got knockoff pecs for $29.95.
And you're wondering why I turned them down.
No, exactly. I still wish you didn't turn down.
Here's a knockoff EOTech for $22.
And you wonder why I turned them down.
I feel bad for that because people are like, "Oh, I just got an EOTech," and then they bring it to me, and we're like, "Dude, you bought a knockoff."
Hold on, this I'm gonna push by on. It's a slingshot with a laser sight on it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm good. I'm good. I don't need that at all. The only thing I just need an upper receiver part and I need an AR stock. That's what I need to finish the lower.
I'm thinking about getting a ultrasonic cleaner.
Hold on.
They're worth it if you do like a ton. Say you don't clean your guns a lot, especially the ARs, ripping the bulk carrier group apart and all that, and then
what's a bulk carrier group? Aren't they consumables? Don't you just order them like when they get dirty? Order a new one.
Well, I don't have Kennedy money like you, there, Rich.
No, I have all poverty ponies. So,
okay.
So in case you don't want to pay the $200 or $300 for a log tactical folder, Wish has it for $13.84.
And it will explode and kill you, probably.
Yep. That bulk carrier group is coming right through the back end of that log tactical folder and gonna break your jaw.
And in case you don't have what's an ACOG go for, is it like in $400 or $500? They have it for
ACOGs go for like $2,000.
$2,000? Well, Wish.com ACOG $68.91.
I know somebody that has a budget ACOG, and I make fun of him all the time, but it works for him. Granted, I like to do.
Oh my gosh, this is so
everything
much fun.
Holo Sun I can, other than Gideon Optics.
Ooh, they got a $4 red dot.
So with the ultrasonic cleaners, you just stick it in there and you just dip it into the solution and just let it clean.
Yeah, you got to have a certain Aegis. Actually, you can put the cleaner in an ultrasonic. It's just you got to like dilute it a little bit. I got to talk to Ron about it, but yeah, don't leave it in there for too long because you can actually like deteriorate, especially like metal guns. You can deteriorate the finish. There has been reports out there if you leave your ultrasonic, like throw like your Glock frame and throw it in there, it could melt it. But you have to be running that very hot. But it's very easy where all you got to do is just dip it in there, get a compressed air, and blow out all the rest of the junk, and it's all nice and clean. If you have a lot of guns, it's worth it. So, like for someone like you, Crump, who has a lot, it'd be very worth it for
you. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting one.
There are Glock switches on Temu.
What's that?
There are Glock switches on Temu.
There's Glock switches?
On Temu, yes.
I don't think I've ever got a good item off of a Wish chart team.
I've never bought anything off Wish.
Well, they've got a Glock sight tool kit for like $7.
Yeah, I'm good. Probably gonna break the first time you go to tighten your front sight post down. Which I've done. I've actually broken a tool like that.
So you found Glock switches on Temu.
That is a definite Fed operation. Like those are. I would just comment. Not today, ATF.
It's like it's like the username is not ATF.
A lot of cool electronic. Oh! I typed in switch. That's why I'm getting electronic switches.
What the fuck?
This is. Do you use a VPN, Rich? Please tell me you do.
Right now, no.
Okay.
What's that dark fan pulling in my driveway?
I was gonna say, yeah, you might want to get on a VPN if you're looking up that type of stuff.
See, then they know you're doing something
Glock
wrong.
switches on there. I don't see any Glock switches. What did you search to find them? ATF probably blocking my IP.
Why would they block your IP?
So I won't try
They blocked
to
his phone number.
purchase.
Oh, okay.
Well, my favorite Crump antic has been how many guns did you buy one day? 25, 26?
Something like that. A little bit more.
I don't know how you didn't get a
four, 5 different gun stores? FFLs? 4 different FFLs?
I don't know how you didn't get a call.
I can just see like ATF agent, he bought 20 guns in a day. They're like, suit up, get the tack gear. They're like, pump the brakes. That was John Crump. He's trolling us. You're like, we're not doing this.
Hold on, I think I got. Let me see something here. Yeah, no.
So
I could just see they're like having a meeting. It's like, all right, we got the TAC team ready. This is the address. This is the known address.
Ooh,
so
I've been wanting that model. That model just came into the shop. I wanted to pick one up.
Yeah, they had them on $99 on at PSA one day.
99. If that ever happens again, I'll buy one. That's just like you can't beat that. I'm actually trying to get PSA back on the podcast and talk about what's coming up soon. So stay tuned for that.
I can't find any.
Yeah, actually, I've been trying to get Josiah on the podcast, but he needs to do it like 2:00. We'd have to do an early podcast to get Josiah on.
Yeah, it's weird too because I'm I think I'm 7 episodes away from 200 episodes, and I'm telling you right now, I am blessed considering the size of my channel, having amazing companies like Brownells and.
Oh yeah, you had Roy on. I love Roy.
Yeah,
John was hanging out with Roy Hill, Possum Fatback.
Yeah,
Roy's the shit. I hear. I guess Tactical Trash Panda was there too.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I've been wanting to meet him. I wish I went. That's why I wish I went, but it just the only flights I saw were like into Richmond, and I'm like, isn't Richmond like 2 hours from him?
Yeah, don't fly into Richmond. Fly into Dallas or National.
Yeah, but how am I going to get there? You know, I'd feel too bad being like, hey, John, want to come pick me up?
I would pick you up from Dallas.
Oh,
Dallas is 5 minutes away from me. But it definitely got you. What happened to Joe?
Jesus.
What did he throw across the room? Oh, we got Safety Harbor firearm.
Yeah, I'll
the
be on
chat.
Hickman tonight, but look at this. We got a new channel member for 17 months. Not a new one.
And Safety Harbor can fulfill your 50 caliber needs.
Kurt 24, thank you for your support. Oh, he's been a squadron member for 17 months too.
Oh, cool. Look at that.
Badass.
He's also a channel member for me as well. So this camera just dropped off on my tripod. The leg just gave out. That's why I jumped up. So didn't mean to cause a scene, but we're good. Nothing broke.
My Yoda is 7 hours 46 minutes. My baby Yoda from printing.
How long was that print?
Like 55 hours.
How big did you build it?
Big.
Yeah.
Safety Haba is in the chat. What's going on? Walter, it was a pleasure seeing you today.
It's the max 256 high.
Okay.
Oh, Lord, I printed a small one back home. I miss my 3D printer. I got to get back into one. I got to buy one. And I have all this.
Dude, I told you could take 1 or 2 of the ones I got here.
I just felt so bad. You know, I didn't want to, disrupt anything. You had a lot going on.
I got 3 Core XY printers.
There you go.
Holy hell! You got dual extruders on that?
No, just one. It's 4 colors though.
Huh?
It has the AMS multiple color system.
Oh, I thought you needed dual extruders for multiple colors.
No, this has 4.
That is so cool.
That looks so good.
That's the X Carbon, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm jealous.
Oh, and you can see the AMS. Just scroll right a little, John. You see the graphic for the AMS and the colors that are plugged into it?
Oh, yep. I see that. Yep. Damn.
Well, I'm using 3 colors and one. I'm using a PLA support to make the supports come off really easy with that.
Is the AMS actively heated, or it's just getting hot because it's on top of the printer?
No, it's not actively heated. It does have the desiccant packets in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I have an eSun dehydrator.
I have one of those too.
Yeah, that's the ish. Like, especially if you're putting carbon fiber nylon.
Well, carbon fiber nylon, ABS. I put my ABS on every before I put in ABS.
Look at this beautiful carbon fiber nylon.
Yeah, so carbon fiber nylon,
great.
ABS, whatever.
How big is it? Look at CNC Designs actually in the chat. So look at that.
Coop. People were asking about you, Coop.
Are you? Is the X1 Carbon? Do you have a big build plate? Because I've been hearing that an X1 Carbon you can actually print full helmets on certain.
Yeah,
it's the same size as a P1P.
Oh, it is.
256. I want to get I was going to go ahead and get the plus of the Creality.
Yeah.
But Bamboo's going to come out with that X1 Carbon L. And I'm guessing the L is large.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was looking at it since I'm down here and I left my 3D printer up north. I was thinking about just ponying up and buying a Elgu Neptune Pro Max.
No, those are nice. That's 400 by 400 by 450?
Yeah, that's the
one I was talking to Rich about that I'm thinking about getting.
Yeah, I hear it's really easy to install. It's not like you're building an Ender 3. It's literally just you pop a couple things on and then there you go. And I think it also has auto bed leveling too.
It does have auto bed leveling.
Yeah, because that was one thing I always had trouble with was like making sure my bed was always leveled.
But it is a bed slinger. But I mean that's one of the ones that I'm actually thinking about. I don't know if we get a sponsor for next month, maybe I'll do it. Because the price on
John,
them
who's our sponsor for this month? Do we have a sponsor for this month?
We've already said twice.
Oh, just want to make sure they're getting their money's worth.
Carl Crumpy at Gideon Optics, and I have not been pimping the code out because I didn't know about the code.
I'm kind of depressed I don't have a code. Just throwing it out there. But yeah, I want to get back into 3D printing. My 3D printing channel did very well when I was posting content. So my TikTok got deleted. Like they just deleted it because I was like, really? Like
you weren't even posting harsh stuff. It's not like
on my 3D printing channel too, and like that one I had almost 2,000 followers, and it just deleted it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to try and log back into it, but like, did they just like? I think they had my IP address, and they were just like, block this kid on everything.
No soup for you.
Yeah, the Algo Neptune 5 is 420 by 420 by 5. I mean, the max is 420 by 420 by 500, and it's relatively inexpensive considering the size. It's 470.
Yeah, and the hold on, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
how do I shut this off? Damn.
I don't know.
Sorry, that was a phone call.
But it's relatively inexpensive for 470 to get that build volume.
Yeah, and the Creality CR10 Max is like over $1,000.
Yeah. And I've heard really good things. I heard it has really good print quality.
Yeah, I've heard amazing print quality.
Yeah. So if we get a sponsor for next month, maybe I'll pick that up. But we'll have to see.
Yeah, it's always tough. I'm trying to look at another sponsor for my podcast as well. So if anyone's out there, just know sponsorships are open.
Yeah. But that's one of the ones that I've been looking at. I want to get like a large format printer so I can like print a freaking helmet that will actually fit my head.
Yeah, same with me. Like I've been wanting to print a Power Ranger helmet for like ever, but like I have The
256 is not big enough for my head, which Rich thinks is hilarious.
Well, there's finally somebody that has a bigger head than me.
What size is your hat? Is it like size 8? Because mine used to be 7 3/8.
Yeah, it's 8.
Oh, 8? Oh, yeah, you got it. Yeah, okay.
I got a massive melon on my head.
Yeah. Well, then granted, I'm 7 3/8, so it's not that far off.
Yeah, so you need a big printer too.
Yeah.
We should go to like a big head convention or something.
It should be the big and tall guys.
I used to go to Casual Mail XL. It was the Fat Kid Store Emporium because I haven't been able to fit in Walmart jeans since. Hey, look who it is!
Hey, Kirsty, how you doing? Pick of the devil. Yeah. By the way, my medication. I lowered my medication. I'm not off my medication, but I've lowered it, right? And in the week since I've lowered it, I've lost 6 pounds.
Good for you, man. That's awesome.
I've gained
my
it.
Medication made me
I know where it went.
So by lowering my medication, it's like my weight's dropping off. So by the time I get all the way off my medication, hopefully I just drop a lot of weight.
That's awesome. That's good excellent. For you.
So when I went on my medication, I gained 60 pounds.
So are you going to be boxing Brandon Herrera next?
No. I'll box him. I don't fucking care.
Coming from the guy who was trained by Hilson Gracie?
Helson Gracie.
Helson. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I always mix that up.
Jim Kennedy was my striking coach, and he was a pretty goddamn good striker. So I can strike and I can fucking grapple my ass off. I'll choke people.
I can't lift my left arm higher than my shoulder without crying. So
Yeah, I know I got to lose a little bit of weight, but you know, I'm actually happy at where I'm at right now. So, uh,
I gotta order more envelopes. By the way, you just reminded me of that. I have no idea why that reminded me.
I was gonna say, I'm like, well, I'm glad I could help in any way I can, my
That was an
friend.
interesting segue.
But speaking of like, you know, big heads, we should definitely make sure like we should you and I should print some helmets once we get everything all squared away and just do a Comic-Con. Be like, you know how much it took to print these big ass helmets? We could. I'm just saying, you know, we could take over a Comic-Con.
Dude,
You missed Comic-Con in Tampa.
I know. I just heard. I wish I went. I would have gone.
well, here, get this, man. I was supposed to go to Comic-Con in San Diego, right? My wife gave me permission to go to Comic-Con. I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to Comic-Con. My boys were going. So me and my boys were going to Comic-Con, right? COVID hit.
Oh, that would piss me off.
I had my tickets, had everything booked.
Yeah,
I've been to Comic-Con in New York, though. So
I'd like to check out Comic-Con in Tampa. And, you know, that sounds fun.
no, but this was the big Comic-Con. I've been to Comic-Con New York, and
Was that at
San Diego
Javits?
is supposed to be bigger. But yeah, I got COVIDed out. All right, guys, that is it for today. We got to take off. I will be on Hank Strange Show at 7 p.m. So I love you all. I'll see you guys then. And remember, stay ever free, stay ever vigilant. Go to Shooting Gallery. I keep on almost saying Shooting Gallery New England, but go to Shooting Gallery and and subscribe to his channel. Follow Flying Rich at Flying Rich and Flying Rich Firearms. Flying Rich has had some pretty good growth here in the last few days.
Yep.
And I think Eric shouted me out. Iraq Vet shouted me out today.
Cool.
So
hell yeah.
So I gained a lot of subs. This is awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. And see you at 7, Walter. I love you.
Wolverines, mother.
Yeah, I forgot to record this for the Firearms Radio Network, so this is going to be a YouTube only episode.
You can always get the recording off of StreamYard.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't care.
That's awesome.
All right, see you guys later. Bye.
Later, man.